Let me tell you something, and I want you guys to really embrace this. I want you to think about this. That you have come this far because your parents took you to basketball games. Or because your parents dropped you off to practice. You have come this far because of your parents' persistence and consistency. And maybe some of you in this room are talented. Maybe some of you in this room are gifted. Like maybe you just have that gift. Like Tiger Woods. I mean, seriously, there are some of you who have made it this far on talent. But I need you to understand this. Gifted or being talented will never outwork those who are willing to do the work. Like, it would take you hard work and dedication to get what you want. You need to understand, talent will never beat hard work if talent refuses to work. You have to get to a point that you understand, in order for you to become the champion, in order for you to hold the cup, in order for you to be the best, and in order for you to make your mark, you will have to have amazing and phenomenal will. You're going to have something that outstands or stands out amongst all your teammates. You have to get to a place that you realize that this is all you got. And you can't depend on the merit of what your teachers must have said or anything that you have been through. You just have to make up your mind that you're going to work hard every single day and be consistent with it. You're going to give blood, sweat, and tears. You are willing to leave it all out there on the court. Like, let me tell you something. There are some of you who will never, ever become a champion because your attitude is wrong. You will never become a champion because you've never, ever decided that you're going to do the work. You must think that, okay, I'm just going to show up to practice when I feel like. Your attitude to this is like, oh, it's just a basketball game. Oh, it's just practice. Now, let me tell you something. For those of you who know Michael Jordan, for those of you who know the greats, they worked hard in practice so that when it's time for the game, it becomes naturally. It becomes like it's just clockwork. And in order for you to be a champion, in order for you to be great, for you to be phenomenal, you have to be able to understand that there's no more opportunities gonna come. Like every single game is important. And if you understand that if you have to work hard in practice, much more in practice than when the game comes, that becomes muscle memory. And there are some of you who just come here because you are privileged. Listen, I came from not privileged. As a matter of fact, I remember sleeping on the floor next to my brother, and we used to have this special time we called talking time. And we came up with it to escape the pain of waking up early morning to walk miles to move the animals. Yes, I grew up in the countryside. And I grew up where things were difficult. I watched my mom sometimes put a pot on the fire and put water in it and pray like somebody would turn up to put food on the table. Yes, so I know what it is not to be privileged. And some of you don't know what it is to be privileged. You don't know what it is to be hungry. And that's what you got to do. And that's what's going to take you to becoming the greatest. That's what will take you to becoming the best. I know I'm the best motivational speaker in the world. I understood that I was blessed with a gift. But that's not going to take me to the top. What's going to take me to the top is my work ethics. And you have to be determined and you have to be deliberate. You have to be specific about what you want. And when you want it so bad, you're going to give it your all. You see, Nike says just do it. But I say make it happen. Come on, let me tell you something. The reason why I don't say just do it, I need you to have an attitude where you know you're going to make it happen. You're going to do whatever it takes to show up in it, to know that it's your time. And regardless to the circumstance, regardless to what you're going through, you're going to do everything in your power to execute. You see, let me tell you, when you execute with 110%, every single shot, every single game, every single moment in the game, you will realize that you will stand up. And that's what the greats do. That's what those who want it more do. That's what those who believe in themselves and understand they don't just want to be a next name or a number on the back. They want to be able to set the trend. They want to be able to say that others will look at me and I will be not just a basketball player, I will be phenomenal. I will be powerful. I will be the head. I will be the leader. And some of you don't have the character of leadership and you don't want to take up responsibility because you're not doing it in the home. Like you only think that you could switch it on when you come on the court. You see, it's your character that's going to take you to the next level. That's going to make you stand out. It's going to make you different. It's going to make you become the champion that you want to be. So how many of you are willing to say, look, I'm going to do everything in my power to push past my pain? And let me tell you something. When that pain comes, that's the moment and that's the time that you have to understand that whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want, you're going to give more. When the pain comes, that's when you start to count. That's when you start to recognize that nothing can stop you from being great. Nothing can stop you from being phenomenal. And it's up to you. It's up to you for you to decide what will you do. Is it enough that you're going to do enough to leave it all out there? So I'm just asking you today, like wherever you are and whatever situations you're coming out, I don't know. I don't know if you just came here and you thought that, oh, you're just going to make it through. Because let me tell you something. What is the biggest thing? The thing that you have to talk about and understand is everybody in this room wants to become a star. Everybody in here wants what you want. The question is, how many of you are going to do the extraordinary? How many of you are going to push yourself beyond and understand that nothing can stop you from having what you want? So if you want to be a champion, you're going to have to be willing to go all in. If you want to be a champion, you're going to have to really build your character. If you want to be a champion, you're going to have to say, nothing will stop me from being who I was called to be and who I chose to be. And being a champion is all I will be. Champions win every day. Champions don't just win when they're on the field. Champions win in their life. Champions understand in order for them to be great, for them to stand out, for them to be different, you need to get to a point that there's nothing in this life can stop you, and know that regardless to how far you have made it today is all you got. What you took to make it through yesterday won't work for today. So you're going to have to say, today is all I got. So I'm asking you, and I need you to really think about yourself and look around, look at your teammates right now. Like look to your side, look to the left, to the right, to the side of you. And I want you to really ask yourself a question. Are you going to leave it all out on the court? Are you going to leave it all on the field? Are you going to look yourself in the mirror and say, I will give my all for every ball. I will give my ball for every position. I will understand that I will be the champion because God called me to be it. Let me tell you something. You are chosen. You are chosen to make your mark. You are chosen. Come on, you need to get this. You are chosen. You are so powerful and you are so phenomenal. You need to believe it because they try to call me out. They try to tell me I'm not good enough. Some teachers in my head was too hard to learn, but I was determined. Come on, y'all. I need you to understand me when I tell you this. I couldn't even spell. They diagnosed me. They call me dunce, hard-headed and slow. They diagnosed me with learning disability. Listen to me very carefully. This is my story. I need you to believe me. You are a champion if you believe you can. I'm 5 books in. I needed to understand this. I decided that I was going to win in every second of my life, and I was going to leave it all out there. So I decided to make it happen. I decided I'm going to show up. I decided I was going to sacrifice. How much are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? Because if you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want, I want you to believe me when I tell you this. Nobody can stop you from becoming great, from becoming a champion, from becoming a winner, from becoming the person that they call your name, and that your name will be echoed in eternity if you don't decide. You got a decision to make. You have that choice to make, and it's all in your hands. The question is what you're going to do as an athlete is if you choose to make the decision to win. So yeah, this is all I got. And this is what you have to say, this is all I got. And you got one opportunity to make it right. You got one opportunity to become a champion. You have one opportunity to be an athlete. You have one opportunity. Listen to me very carefully. I got the gift, so my voice, I could do this forever. But you got a window. You have just a window in your life, because an athlete don't last no longer than 20 years. Like, let me tell you something. You got one shot, one opportunity to be that point guard. You got one shot to be that center. You got one shot to be that power forward. You got one shot. And what you got to make up in your mind, that nothing going to stop you from taking this shot and make it be your best shot. And they will know your name. You will leave it all out there. And every single day you repeat it. Every single day. Come on, somebody tell me. Every single day I will repeat it. Because when you understand that repetition deepens the impression. Repetition pushes you to greatness. Repetition allows you to have muscle memory. Repetition is what separates you from the rest. When you can do what you said you're going to do and repeat it and do it all over again until they see you. So yeah, I know I'm the number one motivational speaker in the world. Listen to me very carefully. Dr. G knows he's the number one because I got the medicine for your motivation. I made up my mind that I got the secret because I know what pain is. I know what it is not to have. And I need you to know as an athlete, there's nothing can stop you from being and becoming but you. And all you got to do is to be you and love you. Say this, I want you to get this in your mindset. Get this in your belief system. I want you to get it in your DNA, that you realize that you are going to be a champion, and champions are made with repetition. Champions are made with repeating it over and over again, and not just giving 100%, giving beyond 100%. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give? Some of you are not willing to give up stuff. Like you're only willing, like when your friends call you on the cell phone and say, come hang out with me. You don't know how to say, look, I can't do this. I'm too focused. You're like, call me after 20 years when you're willing to do what I want to give. Like when you're willing to do what I'm going to do to be great. Some of you are not willing to sacrifice. So I need you. I need you today, wherever you are. And I need you right now as you listen to me, that you get this in your spirit, that you get this in your mindset, that everything that you want to become a champion is inside you. So look inside yourself. And I want you to really think about it. Like, listen to me. Don't just come out here and think it's just going to be wasting time. Like, you have to believe that every second you're one step closer. Every second you are one step closer. Every second you are one step closer to becoming that phenomenal athlete that they've never seen before. And that's the question you're going to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself what type of athlete you want to be. Who will they remember me to be? And let me tell you, when you walk in the room and when you walk on the court, when you walk in this space, you realize they will say, I want him on my team. That's what you have to understand. They will remember you and they will not forget you because your work ethics will outwork anybody. You put me on stage with any motivational speaker. You put me in a room with any motivational speaker. They will come and say, who is that one? Because I understand what it is to give grit. I know what it is to go through pain. I know what it is to sacrifice all blood, sweat, and tears for my 2 kids. I understand what it is. And the question you're going to ask yourself is how bad you want it. Like the question you need to tell yourself is how bad you want to change your life. How bad you want to be able to tell your story and let your story be told to the world. And to say that you gave your all. So today I just need you to get this and really get this deep inside of you. That you recognize that becoming a champion is going to take all you got. And are you willing to give your all? Come on. Are you willing to give your all? Stay with me. I'm willing to give my all. Are you willing to sacrifice for your teammates? Are you willing to let them cheer your name. So if you're willing, you're going to have to outwork somebody, but most of all, you're going to have that dog. You're going to have that lion inside of you. You're going to have that championship mindset. You're going to have that winning mindset, because winners win. That's what we do. We choose to win. We don't know nothing else but winning. We know that it wasn't going to be down to us that we lose, because we take our losses and turn them into wins. That's how we do. We learn from what we lost from, and then we understand that we're not going to lose again. I say this to my kids all the time. When you fall down, you get up. You learn from what you fall from, and you make sure you learn that you never fall again. And you do everything in your power to repeat that and get it to you. You learn from what you fall from so that you never fall again. And you do it all over again until you perfect it, until it becomes natural to you. And this is what I want you to get into your mindset. This is what I want you to believe, that you are special. Come on. I need you to believe me when I tell you that you are special. You are unique. You are powerful beyond measure. Come on. There's only one Dr. G, the Love Motivator. I need you to get this in your mindset and believe that you are the one. You are the one that they're waiting on. You gotta say that I am the one this team been waiting on. I am the one. And if you choose to be the one, then you show up as the one. Listen, man, I don't know how much of you watched The Matrix, but you know when Neo came on, everybody's looking for the one. You are the one. Come on, say, I am the one going to be a champion. I am going to win. I am going to bring home the medals. I will show them who I am. And let my name be echoed in eternity. Listen to me very carefully. All men are created equal. You are no different to the one next to you. Like, look to the left and look to the right to you. Listen to me very carefully. You are no different to the one next to you. What is different and what will be different to this moment is what you do right now. What will define you is what you do, how you show up, and every single day with a positive attitude. No, you don't complain. Like, you don't have no complaint. You have this as a privilege, as an opportunity of a lifetime, and you're never ever going to have today again when today's gone. You have everything in this moment, and you got to leave it all on the line. And you have to make a decision that nothing's going to stop you from leaving it on the line. They will not stop you from being phenomenal, from being great, from being powerful beyond measure. And when you understand that you are a masterpiece, come on, you're being cut. Come on, some of you don't want to go through the cut, but I need you to understand, as an athlete, you're going to be cut, you're going to get ripped. Because when you understand, you got to go through the fire. Sometimes you don't want to train. You got to go through the fire. On those bad days, those are the days that you do the most. On those tough days, those are the days you go harder. Those are the days that you would say, look, I will push and I will work and I will let nobody in here outwork me. And when you look back and you walk off the court, and when you walk off the field, whenever you make a decision, you say to yourself this: I gave my all with no regrets. I gave my all with no regrets, with no excuses. With no excuses. I'm doing this for those who said I couldn't do it. I'm doing this for those who don't believe in me. I'm doing this. Oh man, listen to me very carefully. That when you understand this, when you understand who you're doing it for, when you understand why you're doing it, when you understand that you have what it takes to be great, to be phenomenal, to be powerful, then I guarantee you, you will win. It's your boy, Dr. G, the Love Motivator. Catch you on the next one.